What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I want to share with you guys this article really quickly that basically breaks down what's going on with Jennifer Lopez. Now, do we really care about Jennifer Lopez? Not really. I'm watching this movie called Atlas on Netflix, which I think that they're going to discuss inside of this article. But basically, what they're saying is that Jennifer Lopez's worldwide tour that was supposed to start this summer has been basically canceled. Now, why is this relevant? Number one, it comes back to the money. Number two, it actually breaks down the dynamics of relationships, which her previous album, I suppose, was largely based off of the fact that she was documenting and singing about what was going on in her current relationship. But let's get into the article and then I'll break down exactly what it is that I'm talking about. You guys may hear a little bit of zooming and rumbling of engines in the background. That's because we got the Detroit Grand Prix out here. I'm actually watching it from my window, so it's really, really cool to finally get a view of it and things like that. But let me just break down this article really quickly, and then we'll deep dive into why this is relevant and why we need to be very, very careful about what it is that we doing in our lives, even when it comes to relationships, because ultimately it can affect the money, and we never want it to affect the money. But it basically says that she cancels her summer tour amid rumors of a big Ben Affleck marital strain. And she talks about how she's completely heartsick. Let's go into the article itself. Says she's called off the This Is Me live tour at the 11th hour. Now, why would she cancel this live tour at the 11th hour? Goes on to say she wrote in a newsletter that she's completely heartsick, devastated over the decision, but called it absolutely necessary while she didn't provide further details. Concert promoter Live Nation, who is allegedly about to get sued by the Department of Justice for running a monopoly for basically aligning with Ticketmaster, but we'll get into that also at another date. Said she needs time off to be with her children, family, and close friends. Cat. It's unclear if this has anything to do with her relationship status. She and her husband have, of less than 2 years, Ben Affleck, have been caught in a web of headlines after it was reported that they've been living apart. Now, obviously, all of the pictures has basically been saying that they still got their rings on, but that they aren't really together. They're completely living apart. They haven't been seen together. Now we know that when they was in madly in love and when they reconnected, that they were seen together all the time. And there's been a whole bunch of videos and pictures that basically shows Ben Affleck look supremely distressed with dealing with her on a regular basis, but then they just trying to make sure that they keep it together when the cameras start to show on them because they used to the paparazzi and the public documenting their relationship. However, they have been saying that they've been living apart. We don't know that for sure, but we just basically going based off of rumors and based off of the fact that people document and they track their every move, which, in my opinion, can be incredibly annoying, but it is what it is. When you sign up to become a celebrity and you get incredibly rich off the public, you can't really complain about the fact that the public is 100% documenting every move because that's part of the thing that got you rich in the first place. It says on May 31st, which was yesterday, Lopez shared the news from the concert promoter Live Nation that the North American Summer Tour is set to kick off in Orlando on June 26th. It's canceled. So, less than a month away, 11th hour, they already been selling tickets. Live Nation probably got to issue a whole bunch of refunds. It's canceled. On the J-Lo, Jennifer is taking all time off to be with children, close friends. Lopez shared on her own special message to friends. I am completely heartsick, devastated. This is what I guess she said it right here, which they got the little J Lo thing, like the New York subway stuff or whatever. And it says, "Life is an art, and we are the artists. Make it as beautiful as you want and create exactly what you want it to be." The J Lo effect. Representatives for Live Nation announced that the Jennifer Lopez U.S. Summer Tour, This Is Me Live, is canceled, citing Jennifer is taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends. Now, before we get into her message, let me ask y'all a question. Just curious. For a person that works as relentless as a lot of these people, and we got to give J Lo a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? She largely dodged Diddy. We don't know if Diddy ever did anything to J Lo. There was never any reports for that. She was with him when he was going through the trial, and he had to not guilty. And nobody is asking Jennifer Lopez anything about Diddy. In addition to that, J Lo has continued to reinvent herself on a regular basis, regardless of the fact that she continues to have all of these failed relationships. And I'm always wondering why all of these celebrities have so many failed relationships. Is it because they're successful? Is it because they work a lot? they're not normal people. They are normal people in that they have feelings and emotions like everybody else and desires, but they're not normal people in that they can't really hold down a relationship like the Hollywood effect, the visibility. They have a lot more pulling on them. But then last but not least, what a person as ambitious as this is, especially considering that nothing has stopped them before, actually stopped the tour. And this is the real caveat of this whole situation. Would they stop a tour that they've been planning, working on, probably been having backup dancers, lessons, all kind of stuff, right? Production. Would they be willing to cancel a tour just to be with family, children, and close friends? I call 1000% cap. But you know what they can't say? They can't say, well, ticket sales are low. And ain't nobody checking for a J-Lo tour like they was checking for um, Taylor Swift. Nobody is checking. Listen, we gonna go see Missy Elliott. I understand that there's a demographic of people that was out there seeing Taylor Swift. Drake sold out 87 shows. Are there people, is there a large demographic of people that's trying to sign up to go to the J-Lo tour to support an album that she dropped back in February? I think that her relationship may be in shambles, but at the same time, it's more likely that she's using the fact that her relationship is in shambles to justify low ticket sales. Now, I can't substantiate that. This is just my opinion, but based off of the optics and based off of knowing exactly how these people move, I believe that the real play is that it's super low ticket sales, and at the very last minute, because they couldn't get a whole lot of people to sign up to go to this tour, they decided to cancel it, and so they now, deciding to use, oh man, she's going to be with family and friends. Bull. I call 100% crock a bull because nobody plans, and then at the very, very last minute, the 11th hour, you go and forego that bag, or you forego making sure that everybody else is taken care of that was supposed to be a part of that tour, especially when you got, contracts and fulfillment and obligations and people that are banking on you to go on this tour and you signed up for it, and you're doing it to support your album. You want to continue to sell more albums. You want to get more fan base. You want to stay relevant. Stop it, bro. Stop. But it goes on to say, for those who purchase through Ticketmaster, tickets will automatically be refunded. There is nothing further fans need to do. For those who purchase via third-party resale sites such as SeatGeek, StubHub, Vivid Seats, please reach out to your point of purchase for more details. And then they have a special message from J Lo to the J Lovers. Is that the name of her group? The J Lovers? Jesus Christ! It's got to be a better name for the group. Um, I am complete. I'm completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down. Please know that I would never do this if I didn't feel that it was absolutely necessary, because it's going to be empty inside of there. I promise I will make it up to you and we will all be together again. I love you so much. Until next time. You know, I wonder if these people don't realize that they're not as hot as they think that they are. But more importantly, um, maybe they need to just do smaller, more intimate venues. I think that that's a doper thing anyway. I don't, you got to be a Coldplay or something like that in order for me to justify going out there and standing in traffic in order to see you. Now, I think that is much doper and more awesome for people to do theaters, for people to do concert halls, things like that. That's my preference of going to see people, but it's some people that's a once in a lifetime thing, and that's one of the reasons why I'm gonna go see Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, and the like, right? Timbaland, all of that. So not really checking for Sierra, but she did have a dope album that I absolutely loved. Shh. The tour was in support of a long delayed ninth new studio album. I don't even remember this album dropping. This is Me Now. This is Me Now. What a generic name. Which came out in February. She sang about rekindling her relationship with Affleck 20 years after they called off an engagement. The reconciled pair married in July 2022. Probably a mistake on his part. Lopez released 2 movies to go with the album. This is Me Now, a love story, which Affleck appeared. It's giving real Kanye, Kim Ye vibes when he was stupid. I don't know why people just can't get married privately, live that marriage, and then continue to work or whatever, but neither here nor there. As well as the greatest love story ever told about the relationship, Lopez, who spent millions of her own money funding the movies, said Affleck wasn't completely comfortable with having a personal life be so exposed in the projects, which means that he's a simp. Because you never, under any circumstance, let a woman bully you into doing something that you don't want to do that's not best for you. In February, Lopez announced a summer tour. It was later reported that ticket sales were weak, man, leading to Lopez rebranding the tour to include her greatest hits. So nobody wanted to go and see her perform the album that she dropped in February as an ode to Ben Affleck. But she rebranded the tour as her greatest hits tour. I guess she was going to be singing about Jenny from the Block. In early May, rumors began about the marital trouble. Maybe that's a play. Maybe that's the play to act like, oh man, we having marital problems. And so this is one of the reasons why we got to cancel the tour. Maybe they really do like each other. They were living apart, seen together a handful of times over the last month, including a May 30 at a party for Affleck's daughter's high school graduation. They never commented publicly about the rumors. They said that they still living separately. She's back in LA for tour rehearsals. She seems okay, very focused on her work. And she was promoting her film Atlas, which I am watching today. And Ben Affleck is filming The Accountant 2 on the West Coast, which I think The Accountant was a very, very incredible movie. And so I really can't wait to see that. But ultimately, she canceled the tour. And she's saying that she want to be with family and friends, but you can use your context clues to put it together. It's easy to be able to figure out there wasn't nobody really checking for the tour. Anyways, I'm curious as to what you guys think. Make sure you let me know inside of the comments. Tap into the Patreon today. Today is the best day to tap into the Patreon. I always tell people the best day to sign up for the Bag Chasers is at the beginning of the month. I can't wait to hear what your comments are. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.